Are we good? Let me get Facebook.
I think we're going Facebook Live now. Let's see.
Are we Facebook Live now?
I think
Are
we
we
are.
there now? Are we there now?
Are we there now?
Can they hear us now?
Yes, they can. Well, welcome back to the Change Physician podcast on our Facebook Live. And I'm Melissa Cady, the Challenge Doctor, here with my awesome co-host, Dr. Kevin Cuccaro. If you're seeing this on the Challenge Doctor page, it's because I've cross-posted it over from the Change Physician. And if you don't know what the Change Physician is, it's a community where we help encourage, instill, and provide some skills, mindsets, and strategies for just to live a more fulfilling life, whether it's in your own career or personal life. But we know that sometimes they can blend together. And so you can always join us at that website, whether you're a physician or a physician ally. And we'd love to see you there. And of course, you can check out our podcast episodes that are found in multiple favorite venues, including iTunes and Spotify, etc. As far as for our Friday faves, we always like to kind of review some of our favorite things from the past week, but we also want to tap in to let you know what happened in the episodes the prior week and the upcoming week. So do you want to share what our last week and our upcoming week is?
Sure. Our last week, we had our deep dive on the personal development discussion with the fabulous Dr. Eric Tate. So that is sort of moving into the new format that we'll be introducing on a more regular basis in later June, where we have either a guest or we talk about a specific topic or a book, and then we will do a deeper dive with just Dr. Cady and I, where we kind of go into how that impacted us. So that was a fun discussion because it's always fun talking to Eric and having him come on with his wisdom, and then we got to talk about it behind his back. And it was all good, Eric. So hopefully you don't mind. The second episode was if it was a quote that I can't remember what I was thinking, where I pulled this from, but it really meant a lot to me. Well, the idea is if you met you, would you like you? And we did a whole episode on that about, well, who are you? And if you ever met yourself and you didn't know it was you, so the different face, but everything else was your same personality, your same behaviors, everything else was there that really makes you you. Would you actually like that you? Like, would you like yourself? And that was a kind of an interesting episode to do. It kind of resonated with me from multiple different ways because it really made me realize, thinking through that there's a lot of times I probably wouldn't like who I am. And if you're at least now aware of it, then you can start being more intentional about changing it, which fits in with the Change Physician. So a fun episode, again, played a little bit more, what do I want to say? For me, it was probably a little more emotional. And then, oh, wait, I'm sorry.
A little bit of vulnerability there.
Yeah. Are we supposed to go to the next episode? I forgot.
Yeah, the next coming week. So it looks like for episode 96 now, we're on the countdown to our 100th episode. Like, even though we have more than 100 on the podcast for recordings, that's just because we share with our fans the Friday Faves or Monday Motivations and put them into episodes. But our 96 and 97 are coming up this next week. So episode 96, you want me to say it or do you want to say it?
You can go ahead and say it.
Okay. Well, just generally speaking, talking about investing versus paying attention. Of course, this was Kevin's, he always has great ideas to talk about lots of different things. And so where you're investing your time and energy and focus is a critical component of, really how you feel. What were you gonna say?
And change, how you change.
Yeah, how you change. If you really want to influence change or create the behaviors, I mean, you have to put the energy into that. But sometimes if you're paying attention to all these negative things, you're diverting your focus on really what positive change you want to do. So I think we had a nice discussion discussing those various ways of looking at that and some examples. We follow up the next episode 97. I think it dovetails nicely. We based it off a quote: if we cannot think it, then it cannot be. And that's by who?
Wittgenstein, and actually it's a derivative of the Wittgenstein's quote. But
Okay, well, I would totally have butchered that name, but thank you.
German. He's a German philosopher, if I remember.
Very nice. Um, well, and that ties into, you know, if you want to achieve something, if you want to dream of something, you have to actually imagine it being possible. Um, and many of your beliefs and actions and behaviors stem from that initial kind of, you know, thinking about it or dreaming it. And in order to put the energy towards it, like we were talking about in the prior episode, this kind of strategy of just really believing and thinking that it's possible is the only way for things to actually manifest into reality. So
And a
I
little
thought
more
it was a
than
great
that.
episode.
Yeah, I was
Huh?
the other thing is being able to have the language to define it, like
That too.
really being able to have the language to define it. If you can't define it, then you're not going to create it, and you're certainly not going to move toward it. So,
Agreed.
all right, Melissa. Well, tell us what your
Yes.
favorite things were for the last week.
Let's see. My favorite thing from the last week. I didn't put a lot of energy. I didn't invest my energy into thinking about that before we got on the air. Um, but my favorite things. I got to spend more time in my sunroom, and I spent some time with a friend to reconnect. And I'm just finding that special space as a special place to see another face. There you go, as a rhyme. I should have been a rapper in my other
You
life.
should have been. I
There,
like
that's
that
my
though.
favorite.
Yeah, your special place. That's awesome.
I'll have to go back and listen to that because I'm
Well,
not even.
I'm like, oh, well, I don't have anything that rhymes for mine, so that sucks. Thanks a lot, Melissa. That's not fun.
I didn't try to make you look bad. It just rolled off my tongue. People know that I like to manipulate words.
Mhm.
Like, you know, instead of pandemic, you know, I play with words a lot.
Special place.
That's right.
Yeah.
So what's your favorite? You haven't
Well,
tried
my
to think.
favorite, I actually did invest some attention this week,
Oh, good.
which was a
You're
big
better
deal.
than me.
And the first thing I wanted to mention was something that sounds kind of kooky, but a weighted blanket. My weighted blanket.
Mm.
And the story behind the weighted blanket is about 2 or 3 years ago. My daughter wanted one, and I'm like, I don't know why, and I don't know where in the world she got the idea from it, but she wanted it for Christmas, and then she got it, and she liked it, and that spurred some interest. So my son ended up getting one like 6 months later, and I was like, oh, these are kind of interesting. Does it feel good? Because I like having weight on me. Like
Mm-hmm.
I sleep better with the weight, but it's our room in the house. The master's on the top floor, which is the stupidest place for a master bedroom because that's the hottest room in the house and it's like the worst for sleep. And so I hate it when I get warm because I can't sleep, but I don't have any weight. I can't sleep with like a sheet.
Right.
And so finally, my daughter's like, you can try it, So I tried it out and I was like, whoa, this is kind of cool. So I got one for Christmas this year. And holy crap, I love that thing. I just absolutely love it. I love the weight. It makes me sense. People, oh, you need it for your anxiety. Well, no, I just love it because it just makes me comfortable, and then I feel like I'm in a warm hug.
You're
I just
being
feel that.
soothed.
It's very soothing to me. I will tell you though, the first time I used it, I had the funkiest dreams. Like maybe you normally have funky dreams, and maybe this new change brought me more aware that I had funky dreams. But anecdotally, my daughter said she had funky dreams when she first started using hers. My son said he had some funky dreams.
Did you feel
And
restrained?
no, they're just bizarro dreams. Like not even those, because talk about sleep habits. So it used to be in the past, if I was hot and I was sleeping, I would have home invasion dreams, which were horrible.
Mm.
Like it took a long time for me to put them together, but I'd be like someone was in the house and I'd have like sleep paralysis. I couldn't move. And and they're coming in, oh, hey, what is going on in your house? And then I'm like, oh, I'm just got my eyes closed. I'll get up in a second. Like, but you can't move in your dream. It's this horrible thing. Yeah. So just these subtle little changes here give me weird dreams. And so this one with the weight, I'm not sure it was, and it wasn't home invasion, which is good. I haven't had those for years, thank God. But just like I should write them down, but I don't have them anymore because I've been using it for so long. But just super, super bizarre. So if you guys ever want to use a weighted blanket, maybe you're using one, maybe you decide, hey, that crazy Kevin got one, I should try this out because it looks, 15-pound blanket on you. Maybe that's something I want. Please let me know what your experience are, whether you got the funky dreams for the first 3 to 4 nights as well. But I love that thing. I just love that weighted blanket, and I wanted to make sure I appreciate it on Friday Faves.
There you go.
The other thing that I wanted to that was a favorite thing this week was, I brought this up last week, was my new little journal thing in
Yes.
tracking. I've done journals in the past. It's been a couple of years since I've done one. This one is really, really simple. Just saying, 4 different topics every day. I don't get them to every day, but health, wealth, self, and relationships. But it has really kind of increased my awareness of things and me investing attention into things. And one of them, when it comes to relationships, I've been kind of marking down, who else am I connecting with? So am I talking to my friends, talking to my family, and friends that I haven't talked to. And I connected today. I emailed him, was one of my favorite people when I was practicing in the military. I always kind of viewed him almost like this older brother, just absolutely adored him in practice. And I really, really missed him. And I sent him an email and said, hey, I hope this is your email. And he got back to me. And so we had an hour-long conversation today. So that was Captain John Neff. He's a retired captain in the Navy, and just one of my favorite people in the world. Awesome physician, awesome doc down still in San Diego. And so that was one of my favorite things, is connecting with old friends and being more aware and intent behind doing that. So if you are an old friend of mine, who knows, maybe I will let me know, and I'd love to reach out, because I'm really working toward is reconnecting with people and kind of growing those restoring those older relationships again, because I miss people. We get older, we get busy, and then we forget, and we have a lot of important people in our lives, and taking the time to actually reach out and connect with them again. And that's one of my favorite things this week.
Nice. Well, I think it's a perfect reminder too for so many of us that have been isolating ourselves and being physically distant, maybe not being as socially connected as we still needed despite being physically distant. So I think that's a great reminder and a great way to end our little Facebook Live.
Well, okay. I guess
Good with that.
I'm good with that. I enjoy seeing you guys, or talking. And I always enjoy talking with Melissa. So I'm gonna be a little bit sad now, because this will be the end of our interaction.
No, just for today. Don't worry. I'm all casualed out. Just I told you I'm sorry. I had to go on a speaking a meaningful connection with
Why
a nice
would you
walk.
be sorry about that?
No, because I'm all sweaty and I feel I don't know.
There's
I,
nothing to
I
be
showed
sorry
up.
about.
That's all that matters.
That's all that matters, man. There's nothing to be sorry. Before I know we had to end this, but I want to bring that up because one of the most interesting interactions I've ever had that I can remember from college was Dr. Marinelli, and it was a communications and health sciences class. This was like pre-motivational interviewing. So this whole thing was about reflective listening, which is kind of a core part of motivational interviewing. Very first day of class, she came in and she kind of walks into class, and we're all sitting there, and she's got these dark sunglasses on, and she walks in, and she's like, blah, 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 this is class. And everybody's like this. And then she took off the glasses and she goes, what did you see? And what she was showing was all of this, how these indirect behaviors and the fact that she wore glasses and which kind of pushes you back because you can't see your eyes, and how important it was. But one of the things I'll never forget is one of the things that she said is about apologies. And it was, if you are not sorry, don't apologize. And I just want to say that is because we tend to do that often. It's almost a default where we're sort of minimizing ourselves. Well, we minimize ourselves. We somehow are apologizing for being human. Yeah. And really the thing was, hey, you know what? I came in, I'm dressed like I am because I just saw one of my really good friends. I was exercising and spent some time with my husband. It was an awesome day. Yeah. There's nothing to apologize for there.
That's right.
So anyway.
Very good reframing. Thank you for reframing me.
Well, thanks for not reaching through and strangling me and say,
oh, no. Shut up. But I think I'm at a point in my life now where I'm willing to accept, I don't even call it constructive criticism, but reshifting or reframing perspective that has a more beneficial outcome and behavior.
Awesome.
You like that?
I do like that. I love those reframes. We'll talk about that more on a future episode for sure.
Well, good. Well, then take us out.
All right. Well, thanks folks for joining us on The Change Physician. This is Friday Faves, our Facebook Live that we do every Friday. And you can check us out if you're interested in seeing this live at Facebook, The Change Physician. And if you're interested in joining the community, whether you are a physician or physician ally, please go to thechangephysician.com and sign up there. If you would like to hear us in your earbuds, you can go to iTunes or any of your Spotify areas. Or if you would like to see Melissa's beautiful face and my bald head, you can go to our YouTube station. And until next time, folks, stay well.
Take care.